No one has a problem if a black man stands up and says, "I'm a thug." But what would happen if that same black man stood up and said, "Yo, I'm brilliant"?
Let's get it. Yes, Lord. I'm living.
Black Brilliance 360 is intended to be a re-examination and a recalibration of how we see ourselves, of how we see each other, and how we imagine our community. Oftentimes we say Black Lives Matter, but we're doing so in response to a crisis. And we shouldn't always be affirming our right to exist, affirming our right to live in the state of a crisis.
You know, being an African-American male, most of the guys that I work with are middle-aged white men. And the thing is, I always have to figure out like where I sit at that table. And as a part of those conversations, just learning like, you know, little kind of mannerisms, figuring out if I can speak the same way that I would speak around, you know, my boys.
You can't talk down on people, and you can't talk up to people. There's a happy medium of how to talk to people. That's part of being a gentleman.
I'm living.
We should be able to celebrate who we are, to be able to celebrate not only our right to simply exist, but our right to simply enjoy life.
Get it. Living.
It's about creating a culture of being, you know, like how you grow up, the examples you see is how you are ultimately, regardless of what you decide to do.
Having children and having that legacy to pass that on to. Look, you're not going to be able to influence anyone more than your kids.
Early on in my career, right, I had to figure out how do I navigate this space. And one of the important things was remaining and staying true to myself so that I can always go back with my friends and can relate and not be part of that elitist class.
Right. I know just in terms of my industry, I prefer to be labeled as what I do. Having the thing in front saying black this or black that, I'm not as interested in that.
And for me, I'm the total opposite, right? Like, I want to lead with my blackness because for me, blackness and my blackness is a huge part of my identity. So I feel like if you don't see my blackness, you don't see me.
Drought here and I'm winning. Ooh, yeah. Let's get it.
A relationship, it's based on, you know, mutual understanding, support, and love. Okay.
I got a question.
Okay. Right. Go ahead. Yes.
How important is it for you to be with a black woman?
What other culture does not make that the first level of relationship?
Dude, hold on.
Name one.
Races.
Right now, I'm dating a Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
But I'll tell you.
Let me just say this to you, right?
All
And
right.
I'm dating a Puerto Rican from the Bronx.
Right.
I see black women walk past me. I still feel tingly a little bit.
Black men talk to each other all the time about the things that matter to us, where we feel safe, about identity, about masculinity, about relationships, just about life and manhood and what it is to be a black man. Black Brilliance 360 is your opportunity to enter into those safe spaces. And so I ask you, are you ready to embrace your brilliance?
Let's get it.